What is going on YouTube? It is QuikSnoopy, and today we're doing another replay commentary with Clinkz. So I do want to make another replay commentary because you guys seem to really be enjoying this content. So we're going to be focusing on me playing Clinkz, and this is going to be mid. So the first items I buy, right? Wraithband Tango, that's going to allow me to build into a Aquila, which you can see right here in my quick buy, and then it will eventually give me like lane sustain with the Tangos helping with the health and then the Aquila helping out with the mana. I switch between Aquila some games. Alright, so fast forwarding here. I creep block, I get a good block here. And I'm gonna pull up. I'll let this go. Pull up my last hits and denies. So I use Searing Arrows to help last hit. I think that's perfectly fine. Because I'll get an Aquila, right? So my mana is going to regen back anyways, and we have a Crystal Maiden. So I ended up getting level 2. So this game happened yesterday. I just haven't had time to make a replay commentary of it yet because I've been busy. And I actually have dinner plans after this too, so I want to make this video kind of quick, so I'm going to fast forward through some parts that aren't necessarily needed, but the laning phase I think is very important. And I'm against an Invoker, so I remember this lane being kind of tough, because he can just go Quas, right? And then he's going to regen his health. So I was noticing here in my quick buy, actually, I accidentally bought the Gauntlets of Strength. That was not intended, but it's okay. It'll just delay my Aquila from a little bit. Also, note, if you have like a lot of Aquila carriers on your team, a lot of people are going to be using the courier around the same time, so that makes things difficult. But nobody else on my team really needs Aquila. And technically, I may not even need it because we have Crystal Maiden, but it helps out a lot. Like, look at how much... and I went over this in my Death Prophet replay commentary. And with Clinkz, it's very similar. Like, you just want to right-click, right? Like, look, he's almost dead. Like, he would have died, actually, if he didn't do that, because he has 172 health. What can he actually do? Like, he has 1 Tango left, and he has Quas, so... I can go and get this regen rune. I'd have to be careful for Sunstrike, and then they also have Ancient Apparition, so when he gets to level 6, we're going to see some of the struggles that comes along with that. So last hitting like isn't too difficult in this lane. But the later it goes, the easier Invoker's going to have the last hit. So I still don't have Aquila, I just bought it. So that's on its way. It'll help out a little bit like with pushing the lane, because that's something Invoker can do really good, right? If he gets Forge Spirits, he can push the lane. And it always like it lets me push the lane and then gank too. Like, I'm not a huge fan of ganking other lanes when I'm playing mid, but just because I like the solo XP. The Aquila, I deactivated it because I don't really want to push lane. Look at this perfect creep equilibrium, right? Our last hits and denies, me and Invoker are pretty close when it comes to this. And also, like, your goal kind of this early in the stage is to delay Invoker's hand to Midas. So, and you can do that by making him go back, punishing him for last hits, just right-click Invoker, basically.
Money changes hands.
Alright. So again, he's kind of winning this last hit and deny battle against me. But once I get to like level 6, I can definitely do a lot more damage with my ultimate. You want to get the timing, and I'll talk about that in a minute, near the siege creep wave, right? So you just want to make sure that you're getting like decent farm. There's a fight going on bottom, but it's not really worth me fighting because I'm just gonna miss last hits and give it to Invoker, right? He's kind of already ahead here. Alright, so I TP bottom because this fight has been going on for a while, and I want to get a kill. Actually, what I want to do is I want to get vision on this Sand King. And that's what I'm trying to do. So Faceless can jump, but I don't know why I didn't time walk there. Anyways, we end up getting a kill here actually, so it works out fine. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward because I end up just running back here. Okay, I use my ultimate on that creep. Do I run out of here? I think I do. Yeah, so I just escape. Like, he actually got the hook, and then I just ran back here. I stole the bounty runes. There's not a lot I can do here. Took the illusion rune. My health is kind of low, right?
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Alright, so Invoker's level 7. I'm 6. I just got a healing salve.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Denied the siege creep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now, preferably if I had my ultimate, you would want to eat the siege creep because that is a lot of damage and health. Not a lot I can do here. Like, I actually think this Invoker's playing really defensive, which is smart, right? Because Invoker, other than Ghost Walk, doesn't really have an escape. Crystal Maiden wants to get a kill on Invoker. But he is detected, and then I just use my Q.
Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
use Strafe because I have Soul Ring. And I can push this wave. Like, there's nothing like he did there, right? So you pretty much just have to like attack tower because he can only attack one person at a time. So he has to choose to either attack you or get last hits on the creeps.
Invisibility.
So here I pull the creep wave back. I want the Invoker to play aggressive and cross the river. Does it happen? No, not really. We have an Invis rune on Crystal Maiden too. And we can't kill him, so I
They're
just go
beating on
back.
Dire's top tower.
If you did notice, I actually used my ultimate there before that fight had started, so that helped
Are those
out.
cracks in Dire's top tower?
Alright, so 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. Pudge. I don't remember, did we kill him here? I think we do. Yeah, no, he denies. Yeah, I remember that. I was pretty mad. So, he's dead, but we didn't really get anything for that, so. Alright, let's fast forward this real quick. I go mid, Invoker kind of, he knew I was missing, right? So he kind of went to my side of the river. Which I think is fair. I have my ultimate. I use Soul Ring, then I eat the range creep. gives me a little bit of health and a little bit of damage. I don't have to leave the lane. Alright, so once again, it's all about doing tower damage. Like, look, Invoker actually decides to go and try and do damage to me. He's got Hand of Midas at 10 minutes. I got Regen Rune. Alright, so I remember I wanted to get a gank here. Alright. So, we just killed Weaver there. I think we continue to push this. No? We should. There we go. So I continue to push it at least. Then punch hooks. And I go mid. Alright, so Medallion of Courage is good this game. So is Solar Crest, right? Because they have an Invoker who's gonna do a decent amount of right click damage the later the game goes on. And then they have a Weaver who is going to do right click damage. So I don't know, I justified buying Medallion here and then I'll upgrade it to Solar Crest. And then of course Power Treads eventually. I could have went Treads first if I needed more damage, but I guess the survivability on Medallion of Courage. And it helps because we have Faceless, right? So I can take armor away. And then Axe kills Invoker. So Invoker has like a lot more last hits than me, right? Like look, he has almost 20 more last hits than me, and he has 16 more denies. But when it comes to net worth, I have more than Invoker does. Like I actually have 200 more than Invoker does. That's insane. And the reason why is I have 1 kill and 1 assist, and I took the tower. Axe has a lot of net worth, and so does Faceless. I just accidentally alt-tabbed out. Axe is 4 and 2, so that's where his net worth comes from. Alright, so Faceless uses Chrono here. And I'm on my way. I should be using Medallion of Courage. I use it on Sand King. There we go. And we get the kill. Perfect. So that is my Power Treads completed. You can see I am working on Solar Crest next. I farmed the jungle real quick. Ancient Apparition has his ultimate. Sand King is back. I just do more and more tower damage. Alright, so here Axe just blinks and calls. And that works perfectly. Medallion of Courage, I should be using that here. And I do not. But I use Soul Ring, hopefully. There we go. And that gives me mana to keep using Searing Arrows. So we took bottom tower, right? And we took mid, and we took top. Like, we're in a really good position here. Like, we have a 5k net worth lead, right? So, let's keep pushing. Sand King should be dead here. But he doesn't die. Oh, okay, Solar Crest from Medallion. Okay, I didn't use Medallion there. So like that's honestly, I guess, some mistakes of mine. I barely dodged that. I get Solar Crest now. So just gonna protect a lot of like right click damage, and I can tank towers, I guess. So here I think I like Dragon Lance and Hurricane Pike, right? I can push myself away from Weaver. When he gets Lincolns, I can pop Lincoln Sphere. I just ate the siege creep there, so that's perfect. I can push myself away from Pudge if he hooks me. Sand King, same thing if he uses Epicenter. Invoker, like all of that. It just gives me distance, right? We have siege creep, so I want to push like mid. But I see them on the map, right? So I know that if they start coming towards me, like the Pudge is right now, I can do a little bit of damage and I'll have to get back. Like, look at how much tower damage that is in just a few seconds.
Dyer's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dyer's middle tower just went down.
So I see an Invoker, I get back. We should be killing Weaver here. I can't remember. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't. So Axe, that was all timing, right? There's nothing I could have really done there. Axe used Call a bit too early. If I was there, we would have killed him. I would have used Solar Crest 100%, and he would have died. But that's not the case, unfortunately. So looking at Weaver's items, right? He has Dragonlance. I just saw that now. Blightstone. And he's working on Force Staff. So Hurricane Pike, right? Oh, here we go, another one. We kill him. It just adds the net worth lead that I have over Invoker, right?
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
So I go. And we just continue to push top.
On Dyer's top tower. Are those cracks in Dyer's top tower? Dyer's snow fortified their structures.
I'm gonna fast forward here. So I pretty much go and get Dragonlance now. Pudge is here. I kill him. Weaver's here. Uses Dust. I didn't think I'd be able to get out, but I do. My teammate TP's in. Actually, did we kill him here? No, we don't. Yeah, he just gets away, right? Because not a lot I can do. I'm curious where he actually went. Oh, he went back in the trees. Yeah, so he escaped there.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
And TP'd. Alright, so pretty good game so far. It's a pretty even mid matchup, I'd say. Eventually I'm going to counter Invoker too, right? Because I'm going to get Bloodthorn, so that's something else I guess to take in consideration. I just farm these lanes.
This'll come in handy. Not much good's Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Alright, so I push top because there's a fight going on bottom. I have my ultimate too, and Invoker's here. I get out. So then I end up killing Weaver. We are back, everyone. Alright. So here I just farm the Ancients. I see Pudge bottom. I should be going there. Now I continue to farm.
Dyer's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Time is money.
So Invoker is actually catching up, like in net worth, right? Because he is 200 gold away. So I'd say it's pretty even. Like as far as mid went, I think like I took mid tower, but like laning phase, he did pretty good. Alright, so Pudge is here. This is important. So my positioning, I stand over here, right? Because I don't want Ancient Apparition to hit me with his ultimate. And I don't have Orchid yet, which I need to get. Lion just dies. I don't know what I can actually do there. other than get back, farm ancients.
Eyes without a face unseen.
So I ran into this actually. I remember this. I should not have ran in, but this is a very tough situation. And I am going to go back to farming the jungle. Like, I've actually pushed a lot of the lanes out, right? So now we just gotta win a few team fights.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
And Weaver is right here.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
He used dust on me. Does Lion kill him? No. Alright, this is interesting. I'm gonna do slow motion here. So, we have Axe who blinks, misses call. I'm pretty sure we still fight this, right? Yes, okay. So, I eat the creep before I go in. My positioning here is kind of important. I didn't attack Ancient Operation right away. I waited. Killed him. I was away from the EMP blast. And I think I just have to get away here. Maybe I could have won on Invoker, but with Pudge, like there was 3 versus 2 there. So. Alright. He gets away there. I don't have dust. I should have had dust. So I guess with like, I'll speed up to 1.5. The Invoker has a higher net worth than I do right now, and our team is 7k above theirs. It's just because the Weaver isn't getting any farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
But when
This'll come in handy.
I have Orchid. Alright, I remember this. When you have an Invoker who goes Midas, I guess it's kind of expected that he gets a higher net worth. But I'm level 18, Invoker is 19. He's 5 and 1, I'm 8-0. So like we're both like getting really good farm. But now that I have Orchid, I don't think Invoker really stands a chance. Neither does this Weaver. So I can tell you right now, Weaver does not have Lincolns, and I remember this distinctly. He has Blade of Alacrity. So, and I knew this at the time. Or I'm pretty sure I did, because I ate that creep, and I should have went top and ganked. But Faceless is at Roche, and we can kill Sand King here. So I do that. So I use Solar Crest on Roche. That's like another good thing about using Solar Crest on Clinkz, as it's just really beneficial. Alright, so right here, same thing. I kill him. I already used Orchid though, so Weaver ends up being able to use his ultimate. We win that team fight. I think we kill Clinkz here, actually. We do.
Double kill.
So now I'm a higher net worth than Invoker. Axe and Faceless are doing good. And this Invoker's a really good player. Like, looking back at it now, like, I'm not saying he wasn't ever a good player, but I see some mistakes that I did, and I see some things that he did that can really help me out when I play Invoker. So, going over this play. EMP already happened, Ice Wall already happened. He has Yules. He calls, but an Invoker gets away. Yep. Solar Crest is used here. Like, it's actually insane if you think about it, right? Moves 10 of the enemy's armor. That's something else.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But the amount of armor I have too is kind of insane right now, especially since they don't have a lot of right click. But I mean, the Dragon Lance. So we res Hurricane Pike here. I can just walk up and use Orchid, but I don't have a stun, right? So that's what Lion and Crystal Maiden are here for. But that was warded, so. I also have Crystallis because I'm working on Bloodthorn. So like this Weaver dies. Like I use Orchid, he's dead. No Solar Crest needed. Lion, I yelled at him for that play because he used. I'm gonna go back actually because this kind of irritates me. Alright, fast forward. Alright. Free camera. Alright, so look at this Lion, right? He has 218 health. He has 2 magic wand charges, nothing major. But he just uses, okay, he just uses 1. He has enough for an ultimate. I felt like he could have ran away there, right? Look how he kind of turns back around. And then he starts running towards the Ancient Apparition. He uses ultimate and ends up killing Weaver. But he dies in the process, right? So instead of running like this way, he runs this way and then dies like right here. That is ridiculous. Like I felt like he just wanted the kill there. That's all it is. So oh yeah, player perspective, please. Clinkz, here we go. So Clinkz's ability to really navigate around the map and silence enemies is nice, but having a stun and a follow-up is very important. Chronosphere happens here. I end up running behind. Alright, this is important. So I saw an Ancient Apparition, right? But I don't know where he went. I'm curious. Where did he go? Wait, what? Oh, he's right here. Did I run right past him? Oh, he had Shadow Blade. Alright. So this whole fight happens right now. Sand King of the Rare. Ancient Apparitions here. How does Ancient Apparition have mana for Shadow Blade? He doesn't. Wow. Alright, so I come running up here, right? My perspective is this. I do see him, actually. For a split second, I see him. I completely ignore that. Like, my awareness was pretty wild. So I completely ignore that. I think that Ancient Apparition is over here hiding somewhere. When do I get vision of him? Right now, actually. Alright. Alright, let's push this bottom lane. That's definitely my thought process. Because they have 2 people dead, right? And Invoker is mid. Bottom tower follows easily. I have Bloodthorn. The next item I get will be Hurricane Pike. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward this.
This'll come in handy.
Alright. Invoker is here. I get caught in the tornado. So I'll just push mid. Like half of my team is just like a bottom chilling, right? And then I have faceless top. And I don't know what Lion is doing. So this is kind of dangerous. But luckily I got out before the Sunstrike hit. So once again you see me eat the creep. And then I go mid. Ancient Apparition hides. I'm trying to just get a kill right now, right? Because if I get another kill, 100% we can push and take racks. My throat hurts. Let me get some of this Powerade next to me. So I end up pushing mid, right? I can use Strafe to farm because I have 15 mana regen. Alright.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
So it's just really me like pushing the lane. I want to focus on my perspective when I do these things, not my teammates. So that's why I'm not going over anything that's happening bottom right now, other than what I was looking at, because my job was to tell you what I was thinking when I was playing this game. It's not
Boy, fresh mate.
not accurate if I'm looking at bot lane when I really wasn't. So basically I just go and push mid with the illusions, continue to farm ancients. I am barely staying ahead of Invoker when it comes to net worth, so that's alright. Alright, I need to go over this. So, I use my Invis, Skeleton Walk, I'll slow us down to 50%. Get rid of that. There we go. Alright, Invoker, first thing, silence, right? He has Blade Mail. Do I stop attacking him? No. I have 34 health regen. I'll be alright. Ice Blast just came out, so I'm not too worried about it. But I know in the future that I need to be careful of that Blade Mail. So Lion missed his stun. I don't want to commit too much, but I do end up killing Ancient Apparition. I'm level 25. I got the Searing Arrows multi-shot, and you'll see why in a minute. So now we go Roche. I use Bloodthorn and Solar Crest. It just helps out a lot. Gonna drop Aegis and Cheese. And oh wait, no, it just dropped Aegis. Alright, never mind, that was the first time we took Roche. I forgot Faceless didn't actually take it the other time. He was attacking Roche and then he just got back. So do we kill this Sand King? I go around this way because I saw him over here. Now he's over here. I think we kill him. Maybe not. I think he might have blinked right over me. Yeah. Look at that. He just ran. %50 movement speed is pretty wild when you're looking at this chase. Yeah, he blinks. Alright. So let's go back up. 2 times movement speed. Invoker farms really fast. Because he always seems to really like fall behind in farm and then he catches up really quick. Ice Blast missed.
This'll come in handy. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so here Tornado happened. They missed Hook. I have Aegis anyways. Faceless has Chrono, but he's top. I'll just go ahead and push top with the team. Pudge Hook is on cooldown. I can kill Sand King, Bloodthorn. Searing Arrow's multi-shot is doing a lot of damage. And the range is also insane. We kill Invoker.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks have fallen. That's just cold. And not in a good way. Something better than Dire's middle tower.
Alright, Searing Arrow's multi-shot is attacking the tower. And Pudge. And then this game comes to an end.
Looks like Dire fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's bottom tower is falling. Dire's bottom barracks have fallen. You really don't want to lose those things. The Radiant now has mega creeps.
Alright, so I can't use Bloodthorn, right? Because he just used BKB, so I still have Aegis. I can play kind of aggressive. I need to silence him, but now I have a Hurricane Pike, so I can kind of chase. I see him, but I need to get him caught out in the open so I can actually do some damage to him. I think I kill him here, yeah.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
No, I don't. Because I didn't use a Bloodthorn.
Dire's middle tower just went down. Dire's ancient is under attack.
And then this game pretty much ends with me 6,000 gold ahead of Invoker. Let's look at the end of the scoreboard. Alright, so I have 26k net worth, Invoker has 20. Weaver actually somehow got some more farm and he was at 14. So I was more farmed than our carry. Our off lane axe was more farmed than our carry. But you're looking at things like our Crystal Maiden was more farmed than everybody on the enemy team except for the Invoker who had Hand Minus and 315 last hits. XP per minute, I had more than Invoker. I had more gold per minute. My damage was more than like 10,000 more than Invoker, so that's alright. You look at like building damage, right? I did 10,000 building damage. Like nobody on their team even came close to that. Like, nobody even had 1,000, right? So that's insane. I actually never killed an Invoker because he only has 2 deaths. But I kill Sand King 6 times, Ancient Operation 5, Pudge 3, and Weaver twice. So look at the graph here. Why does it not show me win probability? I thought it used to. No. Alright, so right here we had a like probably 33,000 team net worth lead. Individual by far. So this Invoker you can see was really like up until Even then, it's super close. Like, up until the end, pretty much. I had a lot more... Or I barely had any more gold than an Evoker. Like, you can kind of see that it was... We were close. It was good. So items I kind of went over. Bloodthorn helps with like the crit. You have to be careful for the Pudge. And Hurricane Pike. Oh, it also silences. So that helps the Invoker. It helps the Weaver. Sand King can't get away. Hurricane Pike helps me either follow up, which isn't really the case because you have Invis, right? So you'll move really fast anyways. You'll never really need to use Hurricane Pike to catch up to an enemy. But you can, I guess, if you need to. Otherwise, you can push yourself away from an enemy, which I only used Hurricane Pike once, and that was against the Weaver when I should have used Orchid or Bloodthorn. Lincoln Sphere helps against Pudge, Alt, Invoker, Cold Snap. Yeah. Solar Crest, right click damage. So I do want to talk about Solar Crest and like and Medallion, right? One and the same. Because they both do two very important things. It's kind of like Spirit Vessel or Urn of Shadows. But this is more situational than those two are. And I'll side note here. Urn of Shadows, I think, is underrated. Like, the ability to help your team regen after a fight, because you're going to have charges after a fight, right? If you're the support or the roamer, and you stay alive after a fight, like, the amount of charges you're going to have on Spirit Vessel or Urn of Shadows is insane. But you can use it to help your team push, because a lot of times after you push your team after a fight, your team, especially if you don't have any heals, your team has low health, right? So Urn of Shadows keeps your team alive and healthy and able to push lanes, and that's how you take objectives, basically. I think that's the short version of how you use Urn of Shadows properly. What else did I want to mention? Oh, Solar Crest is a lot like that in the same way that you can use it on enemies and it'll help. Because we have a Faceless Void and me who do a lot of right click damage. And having Solar Crest is going to help because it gives like the -10 armor on the opponent. But it's only for one opponent, right? Until it expires. The ability to like enhance your team, or what's the word I want to use? Enable your team, basically. Enable them to do more damage. Enable my Faceless to do more damage because of the negative armor that we had is really, really useful. The ability for me to also have evasion and escape is really useful. And I think that's what a lot of people don't notice about Solar Crest is, yes, it benefits you, but it will also benefit your team in a very situational way. Like if I had a Templar Assassin on my team, right? The Templar Assassin would go Desolator, Blink, Hurricane Pike, probably maybe BKB. But your Templar would do a lot of negative damage, or negative armor, right? Excuse me. With the Desolator, your ability to use Solar Crest and give your Templar evasion if he doesn't go Butterfly or doesn't have Butterfly, or even like if you have an Ursa on your team, right? The ability to just not only enhance like Ursa's Fury swipes to do more damage, but just the overall idea of you're actually lowering the enemy team's effectiveness. And it also helps you kill Roshan. So that's another thing, right? So you can take Roshan early, and that'll help you win fights early. You can push with Aegis. And that's what I like about Solar Crest. I could have gone Butterfly that game, and Butterfly would have helped out with the evasion. It would help me do more damage. But, like, I already did enough damage, right? I did the most in the entire game. but it's more than that. Like, Butterfly doesn't provide you with the same skills that Solar Crest does. Likewise with Heaven Halberd. I mean, you can prevent someone from attacking you, but Solar Crest is different in the way that it helps your team. You can even use it on an ally too, right? So you can give them bonus armor. Or, and that's not something you can do with Butterfly or Heaven's Halberd. You can make the other team miss, right? Miss chance. But that's about it. So I did want to talk about that, and player level, I think Invoker was ahead for most of the game. So my lane, I guess, was pretty even. I really enjoyed playing this game. The Invoker was a good player. That Yule Scepter was a nice item on him. He got Lincoln's. He got Aghanim Scepter. Boots of Travel. Like, he farmed. He did good. The Weaver still didn't have Lincoln's in 43 minutes, right? So he had BKB. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm going to be going on a holiday very, very soon, so I wanted to make this video, and I'm not sure if it will be uploaded by the time I leave or not, but hopefully we'll see. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Isn't easy to show with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I know I told you it's the best light I know. It's not a game that I am playing.